Hi, I'm Dan Joseph with MRC TV. We are still here at the Occupy DC rally. They are still going on, and we're still trying to figure out exactly what these people want. What do you want, people? So we decided to get really specific with them today to try to find out who they are and what do they have against soap. Do you support a single-payer healthcare system?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
No, it has to be single payer universal.
I think maybe a better answer would be a sliding fee scale.
Clarify on that, what do you mean?
So it's not just single payer, but it's for everybody.
Okay.
People
Batista.
of Cuba are much better off today than they were then.
Okay.
Cuba has the best medicine in the Western Hemisphere.
Better than us?
Yes, better than America.
Do you support a government-mandated living wage?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I do.
I think that's really complex.
Yes.
Well, what should that be?
Livable wage.
Livable wage.
Yes.
I don't support government mandated anything pretty much.
Okay. How high should it be?
Whatever the cost of living is.
Okay, so
It should be engineered so that it's consistent with people not having to struggle.
No.
Everybody needs to make a contribution to society, and if they can't, of course, we're obligated to take care of them.
what do you think of the Dodd-Frank financial reforms that were passed in 2009?
Again, I'm just learning a lot about
That's okay.
economies.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of them? Okay. What do you think of the Dodd-Frank financial regulation bill?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay.
I really don't think that any financial reform is going to work, no matter whose it is.
I really have not studied it, so I'll withhold.
I have to do more research on that before I can give it a definitive answer. I think so, yes.
Say they're probably not comprehensive enough.
It's toothless. It's worthless. They're doing the same things that they've done before, and it is, the country's owned by the corporate tyranny, so
Right.
they do basically what they are asked to do in the Congress.
Unfortunately, I'm largely unfamiliar with the text of the reforms. I do wish I knew more, but I haven't had the time to study that yet.
Okay, but what about specifically about Dodd-Frank?
No.
Okay. Do you believe in an open borders immigration policy?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Yes. Many of the problems caused by illegal immigration is the fact that it is, in fact, illegal.
No.
I would say yes, but also because I want to immigrate to Canada.
What about you?
I have reservations on that one.
A lot of the jobs they do, Americans won't do. And right now as we're kicking these people out, we're losing other jobs because the people who used to do those jobs are gone and they can't get even unemployed Americans to do those jobs.
Yep.
Not without any kinds of qualifications, no.
Do you believe there should be a 50% cut in military spending?
That's being very conservative.
I would say the majority of it and focus on defense rather than offense.
I'd feel better if it was 75.
More.
More.
Oh, absolutely. I'd support a 75% cut in it. I think it's insane. At least.
At least.
At least.
Okay.
Actually, I would say more like 80.
80% cut in military spending.
Well, okay, maybe.
We'd still be spending more than everybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
At least.
At least.
Half of that cut I would like to see spent on the Department of Peace.
We don't have a Department of Peace.
Exactly.
At least.
If the military would have to go in and help after a flood or something like that, then I would say maybe an 80% cut. But if we're only going to use our military for military reasons, for attacking and invading other countries, I would ask for a 100% cut.
100%, so no military at all?
No.
All right. What do you think of people who don't believe in man-made global warming?
While every opinion is valid, not all of them are based in fact.
I think that for the most part they're on the payroll of the energy companies.
I know a lot of them think that the Earth just goes in cycles, but we've been keeping records for a long time, and you can't argue with actual records.
Okay.
This is not necessarily an absolute, but either they're mistaken or they're intentionally dishonest.
And I believe that some people, unfortunately, equate opinion with a factual basis, and they say, well, my opinion deserves to be entertained even though there's no evidence supporting it.
I think that they're very similar to religious people, where they've made up their mind and they're going to rationalize any new information to fit with their original worldview instead of trying to process and digest new information.
Okay, well, it's interesting you said that because my next question and my last question was about religion. Do you believe in God?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
As a personal thing, no, I don't believe in any kind of personal deity.
No, I am not a theist, but I am not particularly non-spiritual either.
Yes.
I don't not believe in God.
Yes.
Hey there, I'm Dan Joseph with MRT.